I'm Tatum.
I'm Keychain PTG on Instagram.
I'm Slumber Party Panic on Instagram.
I'm 22. I just turned 22 in October.
I'm 20.
And where are you from?
I'm from here.
I'm from Las Vegas.
I did photography a lot in high school, and that's when you kind of get like the basic shots, kind of get the understanding. I didn't start show photography until about April of this year, actually.
I started when I was about 18. I took a class at UNR for photography, but I didn't really actually pick it up until last December. That's when I started doing show photography. It was about a year ago when I fully started getting into
anniversary.
Yes.
And what got you guys into the music scene here in Reno?
This is so funny. It was literally you. It's when you were in another world, and I forgot how we even got to me shooting pictures for your band.
Yes.
And then after that, it kind of just took off, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
My partner Elliot is in Meat Blanket, so whenever I first started talking to them, we met on Tinder, shout out. But whenever I first started talking to them, they had just formed Meat Blanket, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try, because my best friend Erica, she really likes punk and hardcore, and I was meaning to go to shows with her and stuff, and I was like, hey, I'll go to the first Meat Blanket show and see how it is, and I really loved it. And after that, I would go to shows in Vegas over the summer, and then I've just gone to shows ever since. And then, I started doing photography because I was like, I need to do something with my hands while I'm here.
And is that what you guys want to do long term? Is music photography? Do you want to work? I think you wanted to work for a magazine sort of thing. What direction do you guys want to take?
Ideally, my dream is to work for a music mag. Either way, I want to work for a mag, or I also do editorial portraits. So something along that line, for sure. Otherwise, I'd be fine with doing editing for a magazine, something like that, but pretty much that direction.
I'm not really sure. I really like doing video and photography. I think I would love to keep doing music photography because it's so fun. I would love to go on tour with bands and do their photos. And I would also want to do music videos and I don't know, make anything that I can do for local bands or smaller bands too specifically is so nice. But
and I know, so videography, how does that differ from photography? I'm not super educated on anything.
Where do we even start? I mean, she's way more versed than I am. I just did the 24-hour music video challenge with the Holland Project. That was my first music video experience. And it's just so different in terms of execution and editing. And for example, I usually, with my editing software, I use Lightroom and Photoshop, and so it is Adobe, but I did use Premiere, and that was a brand new game. There's just so, and it's also, when you're capturing movement, in that sense, there is so much detail, and it is so tedious, and that's the biggest difference in my opinion.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's so much more, but that is the thing that stand out most to me, I think.
yeah, I think I don't know, editing video takes a lot longer. I love editing. When I edit photos, it takes me maybe 20 minutes for a whole because I have presets and stuff that I can just add onto there and I'm perfect, it's done. But for video, you have 1 minute in video is an hour in real life. So I'm making a documentary right now and it's about 15 minutes. So the first time I was putting everything together, it took me about 15 hours to put everything together.
Oh my gosh.
And it's also a lot harder too because it's different settings. You have to there's a lot more that goes into it. And audio, I hate audio editing so much. Literally, shout out audio engineering club. I need to go so I can learn because audio editing is the bane of my existence. I hate it. But yeah, so I feel there's a lot more that goes into it. But I also use Premiere and Adobe. And I feel once you get the hang of it, it's there, but I still have a lot to learn about video.
Do you guys have a preference? Because video sounds a little more tedious, but do you prefer photography over that because it's quicker? Do you prefer videography because it's kind of more time intensive? Or
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I love photography. It's definitely my favorite. However, I think there is just a different kind of beauty and way to execute things in video. Obviously in my photos there's a lot of movement and there's a lot of I don't want to say emotion, but I just want to say some raw feeling in there, and that it comes with video. So it kind of like, I think, okay, sorry. I'm trying to like think about, I think the inverse is true of like with photography, like this, the bigger details is really what makes it way more impactful. But when you watch a video, like the smaller things that you find, because it is like so complicated, like there's a lot more enjoyment in that. But at the end of the day, because I'm most familiar with it, maybe my opinion will change. Definitely photo for me.
I think it's kind of hard for me to pick just because like whenever I'm done with my like video projects, I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so proud of it, like I'm so happy with it, I want to show everyone. Photography, like I am kind of like that, but since it takes me like way less time and like less energy to do, I feel like I'm way more proud of my video work. And I've done so much less of it, so I'm like, oh my god, guys, like wait, I'm gonna eat with this. But like with photo, like I do love it so much because like when people like compliment it or when, you know, other photographers are like reposting it, I'm like, oh my god, like it's so nice. Like it's just like so nice to feel like the support from the community. And like, so I think, I don't know, I think right now photography is kind of like my main thing, but I do want to kind of transition a little bit more into video like as I go, but yeah.
For sure, definitely.
Well, I just want to like, not necessarily praise, but thank you guys, because it's really hard for like local bands to find photographers or videographers that want to help them, or like for affordable prices or even for free. And I feel like you two are very involved in the scene and making sure everyone gets those resources, because it is hard. Like when I was in a band, it was hard to find those resources. You did our pictures and like that meant the world. You do so many pictures for here and for Vegas bands, so like what you guys are doing is fabulous. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, because it's just like at the end of the day, unless you're going to the show, you really don't know what the band's like, and you don't really know what to expect. So I think good media is so important for a local band. So
Yeah.
I do like have prices just to support myself, but I try to make it as accessible to everyone as I can.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely hard because like since I'm like so busy with like work and school too, it's hard for me to like fit in like photo shoots or like video work that I can just like do on the side. But I think like when I do them, I love to like make the bands like feel good about themselves, and like when they're like, oh my god, you made this look so cool, I'm like, stop, like you do look cool, like you look cool. And like I love it when they're like, oh my god, like we look like so professional, like a big famous band. And I'm like, oh my god, like that's so sweet. Like, or they use their pictures like as like their profile, or my pictures as their profile pictures. I'm like,
my god. No, because like I shot for Charity Kiss and they changed their Spotify picture to my photo, and I was losing my mind. I was like, thank you.
No, literally. Yeah, I love that. And I love like I did a photo shoot for She Was a Butterfly and I'm Just a Moth, and they used like the photo shoot in their like printed CDs, and I was like,
oh
wait,
my god, that's
like
fire.
I saw that.
it was so cute. Oh, thank you.
Do you have one?
I do. I got one because
cool.
I was like, I need like
You
a
have
physical
to,
copy
yeah.
of like my work. Like I don't know, it's so nice, and I love them so much. So
Yeah.
love
They're
them.
super cool. They were one of the bands for the music video challenge, and
Yeah.
their music video challenge was amazing. It was
For
really
sure.
cool.
Yeah, no, I love them all so much. Like they're all just so sweet. And like I like found Enna through Indifferent, and then I think I met Matt through Elliot, and Alice is super nice and Sebastian's super nice.
For anybody wondering, like band-wise, what are your guys' rates if they want to come to you to like film with you, whether it's like pictures or not necessarily film, sorry, whether they want pictures,
Just create generally.
Yeah, create.
Okay, so I charge by photo packs, so I do like 10 photos, 15 photos, 20 photos. Typically my 10 photos start at $140. However, I do work with anyone's budget, because having a band's really hard and it's really expensive. I was actually talking to Trevor from Lavery when I was doing the music video challenge with them, and he was talking about how much like bands pay for like audio or like getting recordings,
so
and I'm like, oh my god, yeah. So I try to work with everybody, but that's just like my basic thing to cover like cost, time, all that stuff.
Yeah. I actually don't really have any like set prices for anything. Like honestly, like I'm just like whatever you can pay, like pay me what you can, just because I don't do it like that often. And when I do shoot for shows, like as long as they can get me in for free, like to the venue, like
That's the
fine.
realest part.
And if they like give me free merch, like that's perfect. Or like I don't know, I haven't really been paid for like anything I've done. But, whenever bands offer, it's always so nice. Or, like, if I show up to a show, like, I'm never expecting them to pay. Because, like, if I just want to go just to go and no one asks me to show up to go take photos, like, I would never expect payment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, like, I'll always do, like, my friends, like, bands photo shoots for free. But I think, like, if someone, like, if a random band reach out to me asking for a photo shoot, maybe, like, $20. I think that's fine.
I feel like you should value your stuff a little more.
Yeah.
And, especially when you have such a style that is noticeable and that they, like, want.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
I think $20, I'd be like, holy shit. Like, as much as, like, I believe in, like, affordable accessibility, I also believe in, like, knowing the value of your work and, like, it, and how much time you spend and, like, just being a creative in general, especially if you're a woman. It's really hard to set that boundary, but I think it's really important. So, I think it's amazing that you are very accessible. However, charge more.
I was thinking about it because my professor said the same thing. Shout out David Calvert. He said that I should start charging for my photos. I think it's just like, I just don't know, like, pricing is hard.
It's so
like,
hard.
I don't want to be like, oh yeah, like, give me like $1 million for
$75. Like, I get it. I swing super easily, so I think there's room for you to be understanding, but also,
for sure. Yeah, it's also hard because, like, I feel like here it's definitely better, but like a lot of the 21 plus venues, I'm like, well, I can't go because I'm still 20.
I forgot.
But like, in Vegas, it's so much harder because it's like they usually let the bands in and they can play. But like, if I'm like, hey, I'm just taking photos, they're like, no, like, you're not. Yeah, sometimes they just won't, which is like fine. Like, I'm not trying to like get lit in there. It's just like, I just want to take photos. But like, I'm excited because next summer I turn 21, so I'm gonna try to like go to more 21 plus shows and like I feel like that'll open up my like audience a little more, which is nice. But yeah.
Well, it's unfortunate too because the last couple of weeks I posted the show flyers, most of them are only 21.
Yeah.
Which is kind of tricky. But like, speaking of the scene, there's a lot more photographers now, I feel like, than there was a couple years ago. So what's that like, working with other people or seeing other people at shows? Is it more competitive? Is it more collaborative?
Something that Tatum and I talk about a lot is that being a woman in the creative scene in terms of this and like photography, like before, I think it was just me and her. I went to the sniper show for Reds and I saw so many more young women taking photos. I was like, God bless. God bless my ladies. There is a sort of like insecurity of like, oh, dang. Dang, like, what if they get better shots than me? What if, like, I'm not gonna be able, I don't wanna be rude and like cut them off or like prioritize myself when they're also trying to shoot. But from what I've seen, everyone's pretty polite though. And it's kind of inspired me to have a more individualist style to my photography. I like, obviously, I like when people can see my work and not have to look at the tags to know it was me, you know? So I think this whole like new saturation to the photography scene, it makes me a little insecure, but it also kind of pushes me to do something different with my work.
Yeah, I definitely think that like it's really hard to not like compare myself to other photographers, especially because like I still am pretty new at photography, and I feel like I am pretty hard on myself with like being like, oh my god, like this person got way better shots than me, which is like I genuinely like feel like every photographer that I've met in the scene is so nice,
So cool.
but also like as a woman too, like it is hard just because it was like basically just us like last like spring. And it is really nice seeing like other like feminine presenting people like come and do photography, and like I don't know, I never really like, whenever I was first starting, I didn't have like an older or like a mentor or like some like other girl to look up to for photography. So like I hope that like we can kind of be that for like other like girls who want to start photography, just because like I'm always down to like chat and be friends and like I'm just so awkward that like I just never like know how to start conversations with other photographers. So I'm like, hey, like I'm a big fan of you, but like I don't know what to say, like I'm sorry. But yeah, I definitely like hope to be like some sort of like mentor to someone who wants to start photography, or you know, just like have that like inspiration, or if someone's like, oh my god, like you're my favorite like scene photographer, I'm like, wait, really? Because like when I started, like I do have favorites, like I do have people that I like look up to and I love in the scene, but yeah.